This is the grossest video I've ever made. I've always been a little freaked out about flies. Now, it's probably because of my mom. She was always spazzing out whenever one came in the house, and when I was a kid, we'd ask why, and she said, well, they land on dog poop, and then they land on your food. So we're kids, and we're like freaking out about like flies being in the house. And until this day, I can't go to sleep at night with a fly in the room. I've got to catch them and get rid of them before I go to sleep. Now it's summertime and it's like really warm and there's flies outside. We've got dogs. All our neighbors have dogs, so obviously there's some flies out there. And I was looking up how to build one of those traps. And if you guys haven't done this or haven't seen it before, you know me, I just like using recycled things, right? I don't like to go out and just buy something if I don't have to. So I saw some of these videos where they just took a bottle and cut the top off, invert it, and put a little tape up here, right? And then that way the flies go in and then they can't come back out. And the trick is finding something to put in here that's going to attract the flies. Now, the dog poop's attracting the flies, so I guess I could just go get some of that and put it in here, but I wasn't too fond of that idea. So I had to find something to put in here that was stronger than the dog poop, that would lure the flies away from that so that they would come into the trap. So I tried a lot of the recipes that they had online, and some were with sugar and yeast and just all kinds of things, and I tried 3 or 4 different things and it didn't really help. There's 1 or 2 flies would fly into there. And then I thought about something I ate as a kid that my dad and my grandpa always used to complain about it smelling, and that was kimchi. We grew up, I love kimchi. My mom used to eat it all the time, and she'd put it on rice and put it on our ham sandwiches, and we grew up eating it. I loved it. And my wife loves it, so we always got some in the refrigerator. Anyhow, I just bought a new bottle, and there was a little bit left in the old bottle. It's getting a little rough, and it's fermented cabbage anyway, right? Now, I put a couple pieces of that in here, and this is what happened. The flies went crazy for it. I set it out. The next day I came back and this thing was full. And even as I was filming, you can see flies going in, flying around it. You know, they can't resist it. They're going in. See, there goes one. One's going in right now. They just can't help it. So even with me standing here, the flies are still going into here. And that's because I've got a little bit of kimchi down in the bottom, fermenting, just roasting out here in the sun. I don't know if this will work for you, but we like real kimchi. So if you try this yourself, don't try any of the like organic plant-based ones or anything. I think real kimchi is made with sardines or some kind of fish sauce, and the cabbage is fermented itself, so there might be a lot of stuff, you know, going on in there. And I think that the vegan options probably won't make the smell. It probably just has like a spicy flavor. So I think you want that rotten cabbage and rotten fish kind of smell going on in there. I think that's what is working. Anyhow, I know if I've got flies, I don't know. I don't think there was this many flies in our yard. You know, when I did it, you know, there was like 10, maybe a dozen flies at one time we could, you know, see flying around that were bothering us. And there certainly wasn't hundreds and hundreds of them. So maybe I attracted every fly for, you know, a 1 mile radius or something. Who knows how far they can smell this, but at any rate, it works. Now I just got to figure out what to do with this nasty smelling fly soup. If anybody wants some. Live to inspire. Keep on growing. Don't be the fly. Be the change. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba.